Silver sea across the plain, clouds dissolve and melt away. Close your eyes and wander backwards through the day. We're just sleepwalking. Wandering in a maze, thinking that we see could never really be. Poised between the future and the past, pretending that we know where there is to go that really lasts. We're just sleepwalking, sleepwalking, frightened to awake, wondering what's at stake if we let go and surrender to the river's flow. Just these strangers in the world, see the planets in the sky, nothing we can buy. The heart it gives a sigh, and the mind it reasons why. And again the moments nearly past, the hands they try to grasp and gain. We're wandering in the maze again, hungry for the bliss that we keep losing by choosing. This is what I really want, and that is who I really love, and this is what I think I really need. Purple sea across the plain, evening chorus sounds again. Another spider's web complete, and we keep hoping, hoping, hoping. One more problem to be solved, one more question to be asked, and another moment's past. Thinking that we see can never really be, pretending that we know where there is to go that really lasts. Frightened to awake, wondering what's at stake if we let go and surrender to the river's flow.
This is my anxiety survival broadcast, ensuring a past-future programming. My brain is recreating a negative repeat pattern.
Hello, Radio Olympia. This is direct television from the studios at the Alexander Palace.
Die Jahr für Jahr den Gashahn aufdrehen, nicht weil es ihnen zu gut geht.
Our army is maintained solely for the preservation of peace, or for the restoration of peace after it has been lost by others.
New evidence of communist activities in government circles is promised by the House Committee on Un-American...
If I should ever find a rotten apple in any barrel given to my care, it won't take me 3.5 years to get rid of it.
And who knows but that millions more of innocent people may pay the price of your treason.
Professor J.D. Zanoff's lecture on negative energy, incest, and the probability of an event will commence in 3 minutes.
потому что это все служит военным целям. Определенно, известно, что делались опыты. There is no doubt as to where a real communist loyalty rests. Their allegiance is to Russia, not the United States.
Of the communist regime, Stalin's place as leader was taken by Georgy Malenkov. Sir Winston Churchill returned from the south of France on the same day that Mr. Eden came back from the Mediterranean.
You have been touring the Mau Mau areas. How did you find things when you left?
Yes, that's right. I went on a short tour of about 4 days. As you probably know, there's a lot of trouble all over Kenya. There's a large part of Kenya where there's no trouble at all.
When I got back to England, well, I saw a fellow walking down the street, a Jewish friend of mine, with a roll of cloth under his arm. I said, where are you going?
Now, you two can enjoy all the security and protection.
We have learned that the free world cannot indefinitely remain in a posture of paralyzed tension.
We have files on most people we think we know, and talking tapes to fit categories of types we call characters. We love to say, I liked him, or I didn't like her, as though it has some kind of relevance. Some of us have very sophisticated files, in which we think we recognize behavior that fits theories on the human personality. Next time you are handed a file on character, put it aside. Imagine you have 1 minute together before the apocalypse. Facing annihilation does help to suspend judgment. Dream 3. Sarnoff is speaking to me through a radio, but it doesn't wake me.
The human personality is not the result of our life and times, cause and effect, but a massive evolutionary coding.
At this point, everything went dead on the radio.
Happy birthday, Mother.
The present is terrifying because it is irrevocable.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Maine? Maine?
Would you please sign the bill, sir?
Try to think. Try to think. Do you notice anything unusual?
Nothing. Except I'm very, very tired.
Try to think. Why are you in this room?
I kept hearing this noise in my ears, like some kind of interference on a radio. Billions of tiny threads seemed to be drawing me to one event. Tiny threads. Billions of tiny threads. Tiny threads. One event. 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 One event.
Передачи мыслей прямо в Пентагон. Тоже такие же эксперименты делались в Советском Союзе. Прямо передавались в Москву. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
One event. One event. One event. One event. One event. One event. One event.
The clock is a key object in your habits. Goals keep you mobile. Your relation with money operates at a primary level and interlocks with time. Interlocks with time. With time. With time. With time.
When they report that she has received enough electricity to kill an ordinary person and had received the blood cancer that killed her husband, the doctors went over and placed the stethoscope to her and looked at each other rather dumbfounded and seemed surprised that she was not dead.
Visualize this first item from the hierarchy.
For this exercise, I'd like you to focus about 6 feet ahead of you on the floor. And I'd like you to see every detail, every color, shape, every texture.
It's a key object. It's a key object.
And at the same time, I'd like you to focus inside to that place where the bottom of your breathing is. And breathe. Don't try to see. Just let yourself see. Remember, we are only trying to be aware. We are not trying to change anything. The way of reaching it is not trying. Somewhere inside your mind, there's a switch.
It is impossible for me to understand space if I have no idea of time. It is impossible for me to understand time if I have no idea of eternity.
And the meter is saying to you that it's very easy to go away, to go into a quiet place. And that's a beautiful quiet place. Now, there is a danger that you could be using that to run away to not see what's in the world.
There, now you see, he, with the eyes closed, with the attention turned inward, he was producing alpha, and that's the large brainwave here. And when
we want to use the meters now in just the opposite direction. That is to bring you in touch more with the world that we're in. It's very easy for us to lose conscious of today, of here and now, of this minute. The object of biofeedback is complete emotional freedom.
The infinite sphere by which we represent the universe to ourselves is constantly changing, constantly changing, constantly changing. The infinite sphere, constantly changing, constantly changing, constantly changing, constantly changing.
Victor 2, over. Me from Victor 2, your message received, Victor 2 out. Victor 1-1, Victor 1-1, did you receive my 2230?
First of all, I must affirm I cannot feel the plane on which I live. It's 1:38, and the truth is that I travel on a journey that was accomplished before I set out. This street is already a foregone conclusion, but I'm always too late to understand it. At each moment of turning the corner, I catch a glimpse of the eternal process, but I am forever a half a second too late. Sex.
Female. Height, 5'4". Weight, 112 pounds. Age, 29. No erotic zones. They died under attack.
I'm not in a room.
See the place very clearly. Are you outside?
It is irrelevant to answer that I am with her, as I've never left her, as I've never left her. The primary imprint remains, primary imprint.
Who is with you? Make sure you keep breathing.
I live with my mother. She's a depressive. She failed to function in a world that admired nothing else. The recommended treatment was shock. You see, it was fashionable in 1954 to recommend insulin for disobedient women. Nonconformist ladies were either dykes or frigid bitches. Now, orgasm has become a social necessity. You see, my mother wasn't very successful at placating men. It's a genetic flaw. It runs in the family. It's a genetic flaw. It runs in the family. In the family. It runs in the family. Yes, I was married. He was a scientist, a rational thinker. Men hate need. He wanted submission without need. And I was the lunatic that wouldn't be lobotomized.
The primary imprint remains. The primary imprint remains. Primary imprint.
It's a genetic flaw. It's a genetic flaw. It runs in the family.
Name?
Safa. Joseph Dimitri.
Date of birth?
29th of May, 1953.
Occupation?
Gambler.
Project number?
7.
Subjects, negative energy, incest, and the probability of an event. Unit Director J.D. Zanoff.
At the center of our universe is our puzzle picture and the laws that govern this cosmology, our self plus event fantasies. You see, our whole life has been structured on naming and defining, on preferences and disinclinations, on things that gratify and things that repel. But the origin of these assessments is our puzzle picture. Puzzle picture. It's our puzzle picture. Puzzle. 144. I'm going forward like a blind man who feels the paving stones and the walls of the houses with his stick and believes in the existence of that which he touches. That which has gone has disappeared and will never return. But I can see nothing because I am a blind man. I sense the route which I have traveled and expect that the way ahead will continue. I grope my way, but I cannot see. To say that I can see would only be possible should I know the past and the future. In order for this to happen, it would be necessary for me to liberate myself from matter. It's 1:40. The square is bleak and cold. And ahead of me, I can see the hotel. In 3 minutes, I am due for my third interview with Zanoff.
Can you remember yesterday? Last Wednesday? The summer before last? Do you believe in luck? Do you think you have choices?
この前の講演の件ですけれども、あなたの資料を参考にしまして検討してみました。日本、ロシア、チェコスロバキアでの調査もすでに終了しております。これがその結果なんですけれども。
はい、これですね。
はい、そうです。
Я думаю, что уже пора. Язык чешется немножко. Ну, если все готовы, я начну. So, if the precognition subject, by this I mean he or she who perceives time ahead of time, what we normally call the future. If the precognition subject has a different perspective on reality. Or put it this way, he or she sees the happening from a wider view. This is my reality here, these two glasses. The precognition subject sees these two glasses and also this glass. He has a wider perspective on reality. He sees these two glasses and also this glass. As though witnessing life from the top of a high building, witnessing events at the far end of the street. Whereas you or I, with our average vision, see only our limited surroundings, these two glasses. The precognition subject sees these two glasses and also this glass. Now, whether he or she can prevent the happening, the car accident he witnesses, or if you like, predicts, is quite another matter. It would entail reshaping massive energy structures which are interconnected with everything and everyone. In fact, incredibly, each most minute action is interlinked with every atom in the universe.
I toy with the idea of choices, but I know I operate on automatic control. If I ever believed I had a will, this illusion has been taken from me. And so my thoughts create my forms, and my past actions, a perpetual labyrinth, a web, perpetual labyrinth. Web.
Professor J.D. Zanoff's lecture on negative energy and the probability of an event will commence in 5 minutes.
You see, my brain can only keep in focus, like my eye, one small segment of reality. At a subatomic level, there is no time or space.
It began with a paradox.
This is the paradox. Here is a light wave coming towards you. It passes you at a certain speed. Now, if you move towards the light wave, then it passes you at exactly the same speed. This is the paradox. Suppose we agree that we can never tell if we are in motion or at rest. Then we have to give up a certain idea about time. The fact is, you and I, neither of us can decide which is really moving or not. And therefore, when I say two things happen simultaneously, you say they do not. We are both right. Nothing can move faster than light. Things get heavier as they move past you. If a clock moves past you, it goes slower. Time is not what we thought it was. E equal mc squared.
And somewhere beyond my shadow lies anti-clock. The potentiality of an event, or rather the source of the potentiality of an event, forks out and stretches back beyond my mole vision. And therefore responsibility, or the notion of it, becomes absurd. I'm merely a mental snapshot of myself.
Northern Plymouth. South 6 to gale gate. Veering southwest later. Rain later. Moderately comfortable.
Americans might be tempted to destroy atomic installations while there was still time. Other experts on the contrary thought Power was winning this race
The
against
probability of an event is the square of something. When an event can occur in several alternative ways, the probability amplitude, this A number, is the sum of the A's for each of the various alternatives. We are not averse to using the theory of probability, that is calculating odds, when a situation is very complicated. You throw up a die and it spins so many times. And the air with the various resistors and atoms and all this complicated business that we're perfectly willing to allow, that we don't know enough details, and so we calculate the odds. So it's 50-50 probability because, like a die, it's set sort of at random. It seems to be, in some sense, intrinsic. Someone has said it this way: nature herself doesn't know which way the electron is going to go. The future, in other words, is unpredictable. But here, what we're proposing, is it not, is that there be probability all the way back at the fundamental laws. That in the fundamental laws of physics, there are odds.
Are they the angels of light? Or are they spiders on the wall, about to fall on me? Is that a table or a chair? Is it there? Or are they atoms whirling round in space? Is that a kindly face? Those figures in white.
The gentlemen would be quite nice to have it on the fold of their stomach, or something. West Ham have Bobby Ferguson on. I have a gun. Hurry up. The voice print. I have a gun. Hurry up. I have a gun. Hurry up. I have a gun. Hurry up.
Now I found the segment of the tape I want to analyze. I've clamped it on. It's 2.4 seconds long around this drum. I'll now put the paper, the spectrogram paper, on the marking drum and prepare to analyze. And 80 seconds later, all of the information found on this segment of the tape will be recorded on this piece of paper, time versus frequency.
But the real bit came when the electroencephalogram was being used as a clinical tool. And they saw small 50 microvolt changes in the brain. Could read it out, moment to moment, second by second.
You know, there are these peculiar faculties of the psyche, that it isn't entirely confined to space and time. You can have dreams or visions of the future. You can see round corners.
Yes, Froggy. What do you think of prohibition, Professor? Ich trinke nicht, also ist dir das ganz gleich.
The minute doses of alkaloids sap your will.
Time to stop your scheming, time your day was through. Can't you hear the bugles softly say? Time you should be dreaming, little man, you had a busy day.
And so the mirror game had begun again, switching itself on and off. And now the process of waking was hardly different from sleeping. And everything that happened seemed quite uninvited by my will.
Well, Safa, either the future's waiting for you, or it's not. Either you control your destiny, or you don't. Can a pattern form itself, other than it will? Do you remember your dreams?
Sometimes.
Do you have much fear of arousing hostility? Survival fears?
One or two.
You eat till you die, Safa. Then you don't eat anymore.
The management proudly presents Mr. Joseph Sapper, Thought Reader.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight it is my very great privilege to read your thoughts.
First of all, I must affirm I cannot feel the plane in which I live. It's 1:38.
Now, for the rational, that is those who believe or want to establish the difference
between in and out, then and now, real and illusory. I'm going to blindfold myself. This room is full of your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. And not just your thoughts. Last night's thoughts. Last week's thoughts. Endless thoughts. Thoughts hang around for a very long time indeed, ladies and gentlemen. To be precise, forever. The name of the eternal reality of all thoughts is the Akashic Record. Now, for the doubters and the skeptics, and those who like to think of space as somewhere new to go, I'm going to blindfold myself. This way, I'll be unable to decode any clues trapped in your facial expressions. I'm blind. Therefore, I have no sensory contact with my subject whatsoever.
Just issued communique number 1. And in a few seconds, I will read it to you. Communique number 1.
Right, I'm picking up something. It's not difficult to hear, just hard to find the right station. I'm receiving someone. A woman. Yes, it's definitely a woman. About 7 rows back. I'm receiving a woman. You, madam.
Three minutes. 2 minutes.
Gentlemen! I say gentlemen!
So, how well would you have to understand history to affect one thread in the web? Events are merely collisions occasioned in the stratosphere. But the unfolding of that event leads back to the source. Are you reading my thoughts?
Suddenly, I noticed that among the words which he was saying were thoughts being directed at me. He was smiling, but he was provoking in me a very strong emotion.
Stonewalling you. I'm trying to make you feel you don't exist. No acknowledgement. It's a very effective torture. A small dose weakens the will and deflects the opponent long enough to give one the ascendancy.
Stonewalling.
Larger doses can paralyze the life force completely. Do you know? Of all the foldings
Something
of the
began to
brain's
formulate
lacings,
itself inside my head.
the number of O's,
But just as I tried to translate these thoughts,
stretch all the way to Mars.
everything disappeared. Only love can tell me what is the breadth, length, depth, and height.
Do you allow yourself to feel angry?
When the heart dies, the door to reality closes.
What would happen if you felt angry? Just keep feeling that anger. Enumerate inside what would happen if you felt angry.
Deep in my molecules were memories.
See what's around.
Unscreamed screams, soured with the years of non-expression.
Why you're angry. Who you're angry with. What have they done?
I can't remember.
I was drilled to stifle pain. And in stifling pain, I held my breath against joy. The fear of feeling had armored me against my life's essence.
I can't remember. No memories.
Fear is my cohesion. Letting that go might shatter my existence.
No memory.
Like the theory, it's the good old days gone by. You remember? I remember. Well, of course you do, dearie. You're much younger than I. You remember? You remember? You remember? It's the good old...
What are you doing?
Listen to your program. Listen to your program. Listen to your program.
This witness be recommended for indictment for contempt of the committee. That, of course, come before the Senate as a whole.
Who pulls the strings? The government? God? Your mother? The state? Do you understand words? What is a word? What do you believe in? What is a belief? Who gave it to you? I can't remember!
Now I want you to go back in time and see a scene that made you very, very angry.
Zed, I think circumstances at the time the act was committed.
A savage internal relation.
Remember! Second factor, sort of X is hereditary, Y.
Begin visualizing it now. I see went into red. So what we'll do is turn on the feedback, which is his signal to relax and terminate the scene. And that's it, just relax again.
Check his off, check his off.
Okay, relax, forget that scene. See, the response was very rapid that time. That's often the case as we get down toward the end of the hierarchy.
What's your name, chummy?
Sapper, Joseph Dimitri.
What's this, Uncle? Shit and snow?
Our chummy's a pusher.
How chummy pushes shit and snow?
These your samples, chummy?
Had a good night, have you? Where's the shit, chummy? A big pile.
Running from your mouth.
And it will probably take several repeats of that scene in order to accomplish the desensitization at that point.
There's your 3 dots.
Eventually, we hope to have him visualize all the items in the hierarchy while keeping the lights green for the most part. That is, keeping them out of the red region, which indicates a high tension, high anxiety level.
Do not restrict your breathing under any circumstances, no matter what that means. Where are you now?
"11:35.
See the people in the room.
His aged, bony face comes back around the light bulb.
What room are you in?
I pour my tea and wait for the game to commence. He pours a little of his liquid comfort into a glass and looks down at his very few chips and touches them almost tenderly. Opposite me, the dealer is spilling his energy by moving his chips into piles, perhaps hoping to magnetize them. I drink my tea and wait for the game to commence.
It's a 5-card stud. It's £100 to play.
江雅船打老虎啦，盡此一煲啦，搏一搏佢咯。好啊。
You are thinking. And I prepare myself to move through the gap in the laws of probability. I snatch his thought as he examines his card. 10 of clubs. Somehow he knows something has been taken from him.
Bullet to bet. Ace-4, 7-2, 2 8s, Jack, Queen 10, 8s to bet.
The table's energy focuses on the old man's dilemma. Forlorn as a child, his skin is taut and strained, and he touches his chips as though trying to give them life. Then, and in final recognition of the emptiness swallowing him, he rises like a sleepwalker from his chair.
To trace the origin of this simplest event, you must slow down and observe without judgment.
I light a cigarette and close my eyes. And the vision of precognition manifests before me.
Close your eyes, please. Close your eyes again.
We are each other's murderers. And across the table, the dealer throws a wreath upon my grave.
2 servants. No improvement. Same possible. Two little ladies. Bets 200.
Ladies two, with one. As I watch, the insolent boy too eager to win, the other blind with greed. I feel my hunger rising.
底牌咩牌？係咪 A 市喎？我喺博龍巴信喎。嗱，咁我唔去啦。你去，我唔去。3 sevens. No joy. 哎呀，抵死你哋去，我咪有同花信咯，而家我冇。
Confrontation with disaster is etched on his face. And called on by a powerful opponent, he will limp towards his doom.
The ladies have the power for 500.
I move my chips to the center of the table. The climax is in sight. With 1,000. Three down. 1 to go. And he reaches in his back pocket for the last of his capital. He feels his collateral draining away. Accusation is written on his face.
I'll take a look at it.
I turn the hidden card to reveal the 4th 7.
You?
He halts me with his hands.
On drugs?
And his words are like stones in his mouth.
The hard stuff.
The name of the eternal reality of all thoughts is the Akashic Record. Now, for the doubters and the skeptics, and those who like to think of space, somewhere new to go, I'm going to blindfold myself. This way I'll be unable to decode any clues trapped in your facial expressions. I'm blind. Therefore, I have no sensory contact with my subject whatsoever.
He's training you as his time traveler, not across the linear Earth or the moon, Mars, or Jupiter, but to the soul.
Right. I'm picking up something.
Ease your way through the barriers of the clock.
It's not difficult to hear. Just hard to find the right station.
Not across the linear Earth or the moon, Mars, or Jupiter.
I'm receiving someone.
To the soul, slip, ease your way through the barriers of
A woman. Yes, it's definitely a woman.
What time is it?
It is impossible
I don't know.
for me to understand
My watch has
space
stopped.
You haven't got a watch.
if I have no idea of time.
I'm thirsty.
It is impossible for me to understand time if I have no idea of eternity. Despite the splitting of the atom.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
I am trapped.
Had a funny dream.
What was it?
I was in a shop window.
I am trapped.
I had no clothes on.
I am trapped.
Couldn't move. Hold me.
I am trapped.
Do you love me, Joe? Do you love me?
Dream 2. The calling bird is telling me that this life that I believe to be outside is simply a reflection in my own distorted mirror. I have fallen asleep in a prison, drugged with fixed ideas, automatic responses and blind beliefs. Automatic responses. Automatic responses. Automatic responses. Automatic responses. Blind beliefs. Automatic responses. Blind beliefs. Automatic responses. Blind beliefs. Automatic responses. Blind beliefs.
Dream 1. Synchronicity. Both kinds of connection exist in the self-same event. These coincidences are connected in such a way that I cannot possibly explain them as chance groups or runs.
Very good, Ethel. Smile, Ethel. Smile at the nice people. Now, what were we learning about yesterday, Ethel?
I don't remember, Victor.
Yes, you do, Ethel.
No, I don't, Victor.
Yes, you do, Ethel.
I don't remember.
We were learning about femininity.
Femininity. Femininity.
Good.
Femininity.
Very good. Now, what does the word femininity mean, Ethel?
I don't remember, Victor.
Yes, you do, Ethel.
No, I don't, Victor.
Femininity means une femme du monde, a lady of charm. And what does a lady of charm do, Ethel?
Neither a fucking thing!
You haven't learned your lesson, Ethel.
Sorry, Victor.
Never mind. I'm going to take you to a cocktail party.
To a cocktail party? I'm going to a cocktail party.
And you're going to meet this man.
What kind of a man?
Just a man.
Okay, don't be cross, Victor.
Now, where was I?
I was meeting this man.
Right. This man. He puts his wet, greasy hand on your... And what do you do, Ethel?
Smack him in the face!
No.
Sorry, Victor. It just popped out.
Why was it the wrong answer, Ethel?
I don't know, Victor.
Because if you insult this nice man...
If I insult this nice man, I'll fracture his ego.
And he won't be able to go out into this world.
And build a nice house where he can put his wet, greasy hand on me anytime he likes.
Check his horse.
Name?
Saffron. Joseph Dimitri.
Queen and country, France.
Date of birth?
29th of May, 1953.
Subject? Negative energy, incest, and the probability of an event. Date of birth?
As leader was taken by Georgi Mellon, 1953.
Not the first time, Joe. Not the first time.
1.9 grams of hash, a piss on the highway.
Eventually, we
pretty small stuff.
This time it's not.
What's not?
Small stuff. This time it's not small stuff.
Keeping him out of the red region, which indicates a high anxiety.
Where did you sleep last night?
Room 209.
Begin visualizing it now.
Dream 4. I'm in the video room, and someone gives me a code word. I believe this word to be scrutiny. I'm told that I can unlock it if I can focus with enough mind concentration. Later, the hidden word is revealed to me. It is spy. This tells me I must look into my secret self.
Dream 4. The transmutation of electromagnetic energy and future predictions. There is no time or space. There is no time or space. Time or space.
When I go back to England...
Where do you get your living, Joe? Honest livelihood.
I manufacture Valium and gin. And as a sideline, I sell reject birth pills to the Far East. It's legal, 100%.
Where do you get the gun, Joe?
From a Christmas cracker.
Look, laddie, this is a lot of money.
What's a lot?
£6,000 isn't loose change.
It depends. Who's carrying it?
Where's the gun, Joe? Where's the gun?
Lodged in your brain. See this pencil? How'd it get on this desk? Take it back. Right back to when it was a tree. It was a tree. But the difference between you and me is you think it arrived as a pencil.
So plead insanity.
What's the crime?
Subversion. I know you, Joe. You stink. You want it all to fucking Jew boy anarchist.
Without me.
So what we'll do is turn on the feedback, which is his signal to relax and terminate the scene. Okay, that's it. Just relax again.
Where do you live, Joe?
Where I find myself. With you.
Where are your possessions?
In the bag.
Where's your family?
I'm a world citizen.
You have some bad feeling towards me, Joe.
It's against my religion to tell people what I feel.
Okay, relax. Forget that scene.
Now let's take it right back from the beginning. You like a smoke, right? I like a drink. We're the same, Joe. We're the same, right? How do you get a living?
I'm a thought reader.
Where did you get the money?
From my mother.
Mother? Where's your mother?
In Bolivia. Untraceable.
Okay, would you visualize this first item from the hierarchy? Begin now.
Easy for me to accept that this world is moving, flowing, drifting, particles of energy. It is myself as transient as raindrops, flowing into preordained patterns. That is hard to accept. Life from the first is bound up with transformation, to be separated and reunited, change form and condition, die and be reborn, act, cease, wait, rest and act again. That is the universal condition of being in this world.
You know, finding out about me isn't going to be difficult. I'm not hiding. I've owned up, lost face, or whatever you want to call it.
Which one?
All of them. Colluders, flatterers, controllers, consolers.
What do you say you hate most?
Cross-examination. Being vulnerable, exposed, open to attack.
Is there a war?
I've forgotten. My biorhythms were disconnected at an early age.
You come into this room, and there's this man. Is he lying down or standing up?
He's lying down.
What's he wearing?
White.
Are his eyes open or closed?
His eyes are closed.
Why are they closed?
Begin by dismantling illusions that cling around self-event puzzles.
It's a foul habit. And lethal.
Watch promises and fulfillment of desire bargains. Desires are never fulfilled.
Yeah, habits are lethal.
So, what do you hate most?
Security, comfort, property, the con.
As soon as you arrive at what seems like fulfillment,
And the coolers, employed to persuade you haven't been conned. And the sex educators. And the love teachers.
you are being urged on to the next craving. Craving stops by letting go craving.
So what do you want?
Now, if I can find it.
Where is it?
Squeezed between the future and the past.
Okay, don't control the breath with your mouth. Just let it come. Anger type. Okay, go back to your normal breathing for a moment. Feel the state that you're in right now. Now it's very important to continue breathing, so keep part of your attention at the bottom of your breath and breathe very deeply and very clearly through your mouth. Visualize that scene. Okay, visualize a specific scene of anger. I'll take you down into something. Relax.
These imprints, these duplicated programs in my cortex, these concerns, false ideals, and half-remembered phrases. Small lies, big lies. Told,
Breathe deeply.
censored,
Relax.
retold.
You're going to feel very relaxed.
Falsifications, identifications that have made of life dead convictions and concepts. While I have been spinning these thought webs, I have been as unconscious as in the state I call asleep. I have been clinging to the phantom called survival.
Being vulnerable, explode. Being vulnerable, expose, expose. No erotic zones. No erotic zones. No erotic zones. No erotic zones.
All sex techniques are manufactured and broadcasted regularly by the network. Message: how to flick some feeling into a dead organism without actually waking it up. How to get some satisfaction without stumbling on the incest nightmares. Mommy and daddy ghosts haunt your bedside, so you must learn to get the better of them and yet suck your thumb at the same time.
I remember seems to us like the past. That is, if we are running along a straight line. But try and imagine circles, infinite circles. Then we could be anywhere in an eternal present.
What time is it? Mother?
I don't know. My watch has stopped.
Why did he say those things about Father?
Things? What things?
Why did he say them?
I'm tired, Joseph. I don't want to talk anymore.
You're not tired. You're lonely.
Just a minute ago, you were in a very lovely place. Where was it? It's coming back now. Strengthen it. That one. Yeah. See it more clearly. Stay with that. Does that place feel uncomfortable?
I just told you I'm tired.
You're glad he's dead?
You mustn't say things like that. Not ever.
Why must we pretend?
You're a bitch. A fucking bitch.
I don't know. But we must. He's your father, Joseph. He's inside you. He's inside you forever.
Come on, boy. Keep up.
What causes an event? How many factors are involved?
It is not due to a lack of detailed knowledge that we cannot make the prediction. If I didn't turn on the light, I should get this interference pattern. If I have a circumstance in which I get that interference pattern, then it is impossible to analyze it in terms of saying it goes through here or here.
future, in other words, is unpredictable.
Interlocks with time. Interlocks with time. Interlocks with time. Interlocks with time. Interlocks with time.
Puzzle.
Interlocks with time.
Puzzle.
Interlocks with
Puzzle.
We're perfectly willing to allow that we don't know enough details, and so we calculate the odds that the thing will come this way or that way. But here, what we're proposing, is it not, is that there be probability all the way back at the fundamental laws. That in the fundamental laws of physics, there are odds.
Now, open your eyes. Open them.
They are open.
Then why can't you see?
Because I can't remember.
You can't remember because you are sleepwalking. Our decisions are not made with our thoughts, but with our memories.
It is as though one spot of your embryonic essence has been magnetized and is dragging you into another orbit. Is dragging you into another orbit. Is dragging you into another orbit. Orbit.
I began to be aware the patterns inside me were beginning to disconnect. By patterns, I mean those cycles or spirals of thought or behavior which I have been taught to call myself, that deadly enemy of the life pulse. And it descends upon me, the realization that I am not my emotions, thoughts, perceptions, or beliefs. I am not what I have done right or wrong, achieved or failed to achieve. I am not a conglomerate of voices of instruction, education, doubt, or derision. But this I is simply space. And where the strands of energy cross is a dot. And this dot is the delusion called my identity.
His eyes are closed because he doesn't want to look at me. His eyes doesn't want to look at me because he doesn't want to look at me. He doesn't want to look at me. His eyes doesn't want to look at me because he doesn't want to look at me. He doesn't want to look.
This is my anxiety survival broadcast, ensuring a past-future programming. My brain is recreating a negative repeat pattern. This is my anxiety survival broadcast, survival broadcast, broadcast. My anxiety survival broadcast, broadcast. My brain is recreating a negative repeat pattern, pattern, pattern. My brain is recreating a negative repeat pattern.
Because you are sleepwalking. Would she be committed in a crisis? In a crisis, would she be committed in a crisis? You are sleepwalking. Tell me about this. You remember. Does this girl you are sleepwalking? Committed in a crisis, woman.
It is now 20 years since the execution of...
Crisis. Remember. Tell me about this. Because you are sleepwalking. Look into this mirror. Because you are sleepwalking. Tell me about ISIS. You can't cry into this mirror. Because you are sleepwalking. Tell me about this woman. Would she be committed in a crisis? In a crisis, remember. Would she be committed? Because you are sleepwalking. Would she be committed in a crisis? In a crisis, after this mirror, would she be committed in a crisis? You are sleepwalking. Would she be committed in a crisis? You are sleepwalking. Crisis. Tell me about. Can't remember. Crisis. Because you are sleepwalking. Committed in a crisis. Tell me about. Because you are sleepwalking.
Your organism can regulate itself, and your ill-educated sensor must be retrained. Life force cannot be controlled by your little brain machine.
So, the radionic camera and diagnostic instruments have shown that blood retains photographically energy structures from the hosts from which they have been removed. There is a continuum which links all living things together, so that the smallest cell does not pulsate without its effect being felt in the furthest reaches of the solar system. So, everything being one is not some romantic ideal, but an indisputable scientific reality. When this information seeps into our consciousness, it must change the moral structure of society and destroy the value system of the rational world.
Is your broadcast controlled by the network? Listen to your programs. Observe how much they are automatic or mechanical. If your responses are out of your control, then perhaps the whole world is. Stop thinking about what you believe. Be aware of what energies you are transmitting. Early commands have punctuated clock training and started you running towards the future. The future's a very real place where you suffer, where you constantly hope with more effort you will arrive. At each moment of turning the corner, I catch a glimpse of the eternal process. But I am forever a half a second too late. A half a second too late, a half a second too late. But we have penetrated an equation that must move us towards the infinite. And to who am I? I reply, I am here.
Okay, would you visualize this first item from the hierarchy to begin now?
And bring yourself back into the room. Open your eyes slowly. Try and retain that state. Don't work at it. Just let it stay.
It has been my whole life's will to decode this puzzle, as though inside the answer to this equation was the insurance of that peace of mind that had eluded me. But there is no puzzle, and the mind is never peaceful, and dawn is already here as the stars appear.
Do you remember when...
Open your mind's eye and see that scene very, very clearly. See that scene clearly. See what the people were wearing.
There aren't any people.
You are alone?